Company, this is your half-hour call, half hour, half hour, half hour. If you've not signed in, please do so at this time. Half hour. This is your 15-minute call. 15 minutes, 15, 15, 15. Valuables, 15. This is your 5-minute call. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Thanks. And we are at Places, folks. Places, please, for the top of Act 1. Places, places. Places, thank you.
Welcome to Performer Stuff Pro Series, a collaborative forum where working professionals can share together their knowledge, experience, hopefully a little wisdom, but most importantly, their collective passions for live entertainment. I'm Mark Pawsey, and today I am talking with Hadestown Stage Manager Cherie B. Cherie, welcome.
Hi.
Tell us your career highlights in like 30 seconds. Go.
I was backstage at the Tonys. I worked at the New York City Ballet, which was amazing. I worked in Tokyo for a month. Best time ever. I worked in Paris. I worked in Italy. And I got to work with some of my favorite people on Broadway. Those are my highlights, I would say.
So you mentioned Tokyo. Tell me what you did in Tokyo, because I worked in Tokyo. I was there for 2 years with Cirque du Soleil. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, we did Warhorse there. So with the tour of Warhorse, we brought the show to Tokyo and did it for a month at the Hikari Orb.
How long have you been working at Hadestown? When did you start?
We started back in late January, early February of last year. So for rehearsals and stuff.
So you were there from the start, yes?
From the start of the Broadway production, yes.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. How does it feel, Cherie, to be on such a hit show?
It's there's like a strange stability to it. And not only a hit show, but a hit show that I like working on. Because I'm sure there are some people on hit shows who dread going to work. But with our show, it's amazing. So being on a show that is good and that people love is very, very, very just fulfilling and good.
It's a privilege when we get to do those shows, but you need the other shows as well that fail or don't get recognized or picked up as they should. You need those as well in the mix, but it does make you appreciate what you have. You did a post, a social media post that when we shared it on our platform, it got so many likes, and then I've seen you've been on Broadway.com, all sorts of things. So clearly this was something that people were hungry for. What inspired you to do that?
I'm currently working on a digital show called Theater for One. So we would meet up with the actors on Zoom, and at one point I was, all right, this is your 5-minute call. And one of our actors was like, oh my God, I miss that so much. And all of the actors were like, oh my God, I miss stage manager calls. Like, that's something I didn't think I'd miss. And so I think that night, I decided to just record them. Just as like here you go, you know. So I did the half-hour call, 15, the 5, and then Places, and was like, well, why not do the top of show ramble? So I got my script from Amélie, and I just rambled through that actual top of show script.
Cool. How many posts have you received? How many views?
It's gotten over 60,000 views at this point, which is really cool. But what I love most about it is I tried to read all of the comments when it first like started going viral, and just the love of our livelihood that is now gone, you know, the camaraderie and the part of us that's like missing, to see that reflected in so many people who are like, oh, I can't wait to go back, like this is amazing. It made me feel really good about it.
There's so many people that miss theatre. I think nobody that doesn't work in theatre really understands the camaraderie, the community, especially, in the West End or Broadway. It's not just Hadestown, it's Hadestown and everybody that's around. All the theatres are connected.
Exactly.
It's that connectivity that I think we miss. Where do you sit to call the show
So
when you're
we
running?
sit downstage left.
Okay.
So where Andre enters at the top of the show, where Hermes enters. That's where we
Okay.
are.
I tell you, when Andre walks on that stage at the beginning, he's the one that sucks us all onto the stage. Remarkable. What's the hardest thing about being a stage manager? Did we talk about that?
Not yet. The hardest part for me, I would say, is when I get something quote unquote wrong, or if I've offended someone. Like those, I have this like dread of failing or being wrong. So that would be the hardest part for me because nobody is right 100% of the time. So that for me is like one of the hardest. Also, for some people, it's working with different personalities. Some people are very challenging. So it runs the gamut.
What have you learnt about yourself from doing the show?
That I love long running shows. um, that that I like doing this job. I really, really do. I think at every point at some show or another, I've broken down in tears and be like, what am I doing with my life? I don't know. I've had some other people say, oh my God, me too, where you just hit that point in tech where you're, however many hours in, hundreds of hours in, and things are going wrong and you can't do anything to fix it. And you think, what am I doing? But I really, really, really do love doing this.
What advice, Cherry, would you give somebody that wants to follow you and become a stage manager on Broadway?
Everyone has a different path. If you really, really want to do it, I would say put the time into it. Join Facebook groups, read all the stage management books, watch all the stage management YouTube videos, and then as much as you can, intern with some theater somewhere, any theater, anywhere. Get that foot in the door, start learning. You don't have to start with stage management. I did stage management and then I went into music and I've done a bunch of other stuff as well. I think as much as you can learn about the industry will not only broaden your perspective, but it'll also give you more understanding as a stage manager if that's what you end up doing.
Cherie, thank you for sharing a small part of yourself within our Performer Stuff Pro series and for helping to keep entertainment alive, nourished, and full of hope. And for those watching this, please dream big. And while you're dreaming, look out for more Performer Stuff Pro series coming your way real soon. Cherie, thank you, and toodle pip, everyone.